Hey there everyone, it's me, Safari Sam, and today we're going to learn about the Parasteatoda tepidariorum? Christ. The Parasteatoda tepidariorum, or the common house spider, or as I like to call it, the American house spider, is a spider species of the genus that we already failed to pronounce, Parasteatoda, with a quote-unquote cosmopolitan distribution. This that you're seeing right now on screen is B-roll of our pet American house spider named Mystery. She's had a couple clutches of eggs, one of which was fertilized and has hatched, and we are currently raising the babies, but I think I'm going to release them back into the wild. Their mother is wild caught, and we're going to be returning her back to the wild as well, but I've really enjoyed feeding and observing her. It's actually been pretty incredible, and I want to tell you about that now, with supplemental information also coming from the wiki. Now, these spiders are synanthropic. And synanthropic means that they live near human buildings and shit. I found her in a well house. And I removed her from that well house because I knew that she would be seen and squished as soon as someone went to do maintenance on the well. Admittedly, I thought she was a black widow when I saw her, and that's why I thought she would be squished. And it turns out this is a spider commonly mistaken for a black widow or even a brown widow. She's black and brown, beautiful stripes, and her body type is that of a black widow. I just thought she was like a different species. That is my bad. I have owned up to it. Nothing bad about being wrong, but refusing to learn from your mistakes, that's the bad thing. And we learned from this mistake. Now, they catch their prey the same way that a lot of cobweb spiders do. They'll feel something moving in their web, and then they'll go down the web, wrap it up, and then give it a little chomp, injecting it with venom to paralyze it. Don't worry, the venom isn't really deadly to humans. Maybe if you're immunocompromised, allergic, really young, or really old, it could do you some harm. But a healthy human adult, like, it might swell a little, might sting. That being said, don't get effing bit. Don't coax it into biting you, for Christ's sake. They're not really inclined to bite. You'd have to corner it or be crushing it or something for it to try to bite, more than likely. We've had her wild caught for a while, and she's been rather tame. But a lot of the critters that she eats are considered pests, which is kind of nice for humans. So if you see one, just let it chill. Let it hang around, you know? Now, they can be really tan to kind of black, once again. That's very much why they can be mistaken for black widows. There's many different patterns they can have. The females, like ours here, are generally between 5 and 6 millimeters, or 0.2 to 0.24 inches for stupid Americans. And that's their length. The males can be like 3.8 to 4.7 millimeters. That's smaller for you Americans. Yeah, and they can also be an inch or more across with their legs spread out. That's fine. So, they do have that widow body shape. Males don't have a bulb or an abdomen that's as big as the females. The females' abdomens will swell up when they're full from eating, or before they've laid eggs. Like, mine always shrinks down when she lays eggs. Her second batch does appear to not be fertile because it did not hatch. Just so you all know. But yes, their patterns are often camouflage, and since they often stay in shadowy places, it kind of helps them blend into those shadows. They can live a little over a year after they become adults, so their lifespan could be maybe around 2 years, maybe longer. Now, the females put their egg sacs in the web, and they wrap them up in webs, and it can have anywhere from 150 to 200 eggs. And we did hatch one in a jar, and there's a ton of them, and they're all eating each other. They will cannibalize each other. But unlike many spiders, the babies will stay in the mother's web for days after hatching. Very interesting and unique part of their life cycle. Also, they normally eat small insects, as I said. And this is one of the coolest things about these spiders. If the prey is too fast, these spiders can shoot web at it like a harpoon from a distance, connect to the insect, and then, pull it in like a lasso. Is that not the coolest thing? And if they're big enough, some of the females can actually eat baby lizards. But they have to get them in the web. Some females have been observed catching a small insect and letting it stay in the web so that a baby lizard will come to get the insect and then they can eat the bigger prey. That is a trap. These spiders can lay traps, Fred from Scooby-Doo style, to catch larger prey and kill reptiles. Is that not fascinating? It's really fascinating. Also, after they've sucked the juices out of their prey, and they're just these dry little husks, many spiders destroy their webs and rebuild them, or just abandon their web and go to another location to build a fresh one. These spiders keep their homes clean. I have observed this with ours, and I thought it was amazing when I first saw her do it. Once she's done with something, she cuts it out of her web and lets it fall to the floor for easy cleaning of her enclosure. It's incredible. They clean their webs by cutting out the old prey and letting them drop. Other spiders don't really do that. It's really incredible. So if you're keeping one as a pet like I am right now, that makes cleanup super easy. It's really, really amazing. Much like how our other spider, Miracle, throws her prey out of her hole once she's done with it. Very cool. Now, let's continue, because this is just really incredible. They do have predators, like reptiles and things could eat them. Obviously, don't feed them to your reptiles because that's dangerous for the reptile. But the assassin bug, Stenolemus lanepes, exclusively eats the babies of this species. But the adult spiders can eat them. It's like some weird revenge cycle. It's insane. Really magnificent stuff. Now, when mating, the male and female can share the same web for long periods of time, and the females will often make their webs together, which it looked like there were multiple spider webs together when I got her, but I didn't spot any of the other females. So they can fight, but they also like to make webs with each other. It's very odd, but very interesting. Now, as I said, they do live very close to humans, and they often even let humans approach the web. Mine is a very calm spider. They bite only in self-defense, and you'd really, really have to antagonize them to get that to happen. But human bites are increased in frequency simply because these spiders only live by humans. But they're basically blind. They can't see anything more than a few inches away. So a lot of the time they might not even totally realize that you're there. And as I said, the neurotoxin isn't really known to be dangerous to humans at all. And there is a subspecies called the common grey house spider, but we're not really talking about that today. It's P. tepidariorum australis, something like that, something insane. But that is it for our American house spider. Honestly, mystery here, whose name was revealed in our last Safari Sam Menagerie video, which wasn't the last video, it was like 2 weeks ago. But we really like having her as a pet. But she is wild caught, and it feels weird to keep her forever. We've had her for quite a while now. And I know that they live in human dwellings, and I'm definitely releasing her babies into the wild. For a while I was like, should I raise these babies? But I plan on moving in a few months, and once we do that, taking 100 babies with us, that's not really a viable option. So I think releasing them back into the wild would be the best thing for the babies. And I'm considering doing that for Mystery as well. Do you think we should keep Mystery? Do you think we should let it back into the wild? Let me know in the comments section below. Once again, these are spiders that choose to live near humans. So having one in captivity doesn't really feel unethical. They're very easy to care for. If you want to see a care guide for these spiders, actually let me know, because I can do a care guide video. But that is it. Thank you all very much for your support. Please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below. Facebook, Twitter, etc. And I'll be seeing you all next time. Bye for now.